Hey!
Everything is all set up just the way you want it, Fox.
Oh, thanks. All right.
Oh my God, what have you done now?
Well, come with me, my princess. It's tea time.
Enjoy. I gotta get back to my little boy before he demolishes the entire children's book section.
All right.
Okay.
Good idea.
Oh my
Go.
God. You remembered my favorite herbal tea?
Yes, I did. And scones and clotted cream. Beth had to special order it for me. I hope you like it.
You know you're too good to me, right?
Well, you know, I just wanted you to know how loved you are. And, you've been feeling kind of down lately, you know. I want to see if I could put that beautiful smile back on your face. So.
Oh, baby names.
Yeah. Hey, I mean, you know, your due date's getting closer and closer, and just think it's about time we start batting it around. You know, not to sound immodest or anything, but, I was kind of hoping if we had a boy, you know, maybe we could name him after his dad.
Oh, no.
Let me go! Let me go! My daughter needs me! Are you crazy? Let me go! Please, my little girl needs her mommy.
No,
Please,
Louise.
let
Look,
me
this
go.
is the only way. She tried to kill you.
Let me go! What are you
You should
doing?
see the marks on your neck.
Please! My God, what are you doing? My little girl needs me. Please let me go!
Listen, we don't have a little girl, all right? The baby is Teresa's.
Tell them to let me go! My daughter needs me! Let me go!
Listen, lady, the more you struggle, the more it's gonna hurt.
Whatever you think I did, don't you dare take it out of my baby! Let me go! Every little girl needs her mommy! Please, my little girl needs her mommy! Please let me go!
Please don't talk to Sheridan about me, Julian. I want her to hate me. I need her to hate me.
How can you say that? She's your daughter. I know how much you love her.
I love her with my whole heart and soul. That's why it's imperative to me that she hate me.
But you're not making any sense. Why would you want her to feel that way about you when you've just reunited?
I have my reasons, Julian.
What possible reasons could there be for a loving, caring mother to want her own daughter to hate her that way?
You are not leaving without an explanation. Not this time.
Pilar, let it be. Just sign the divorce papers so you can move on, regain the life I stole from you.
It's not that easy. You are not walking out on me. Not again. I want answers. I want the truth.
I tried to tell you it was nothing you did wrong. It was all me, all my fault.
That is not an explanation. You married me in a house of God. This very one. You promised to cherish and love me for the rest of our lives. My God, Martin. You fathered 5 children with me. The least that you can do is tell me why you left.
It doesn't matter.
It matters to me. And you're not leaving this church until you give me my answers.
I would hold the hand of the one who could lead me places and kiss the lips of the one who could sing so sweet. And I would fly on the wings of the bird I knew could take me high as breathe in, breathe out. You keep me alive. You are the fire burning inside of me. You are my passion for life.
You want me to grant you a divorce?
For your sake, Pilar.
Well, then I want answers before I even consider such a thing.
I've already told you that Catherine's life was in danger from Alistair.
Martin, please. We both knew how badly Alistair treated Catherine back then, but why did you have to be her hero?
There was no one else to help her.
You expect me to believe that that's all there was between you? A victim and a rescuer? Well, I am not that naive anymore. I know that you were having an affair.
No, I wasn't. I swear to God I wasn't. But I couldn't sit by and watch Alistair torture her to death a day at a time. I mean, that's what he was doing, Pilar. Catherine, she was desperate, frightened. She had no one and nowhere to turn to.
Right. So you, a married man with 5 children, decided to ride in on a white horse and rescue her?
I I didn't know what else to do. I mean, the only thing I could think of was to get her out of Harmony, out of Alistair's reach. And then afterwards, I was afraid that my return would endanger all of your lives. I mean, Alistair knew I was the one who helped Catherine escape, and I knew that he'd stop at nothing to get revenge.
No. No, you know, that's not enough. You said you loved me back then.
With all my heart.
Then how could you leave me? How could you leave me penniless with 5 children just to be a knight in shining armor to Catherine Crane? It doesn't add up. I want to know the real reason why you walked out on me, Martin, and never got in touch. I want the whole reason, and I want it now.
Here, let me take it. Come here, honey. Shh, come on. It's okay. It's all right. I got her. It's okay. No more screaming. That's it. Honey. Hey. Come here. Honey, come here. Honey, what the hell is happening? Doctor, what is happening to my wife?
Mr. Winthrop, try to calm down. Her response is completely normal under the circumstances.
Normal? What are you talking about? Would you look at her? She's like catatonic, honey. Tell me what the hell is going on with her, please.
Her mind and her body are in complete overload. In layman's terms, it's as though she's short-circuited from what's just happened.
You mean like trying to choke her best friend?
No, the loss of the baby she's been so desperate for.
Well, how do I snap her out of this?
I'm afraid you don't.
What do you mean I don't?
Look, I mean, right now, the best thing that you can do for your wife is let her be. Just leave her alone. Any more stimuli from you or anyone else can only make her condition worse. I promise that we will keep her under close observation while she's here.
Well, I can't just leave her like that, okay? I can't.
I'm afraid you're going to have to. But I promise we will observe her closely, Guard.
All right. I'll be back.
Let's get out of here.
All right, but I don't want to go home. Not just yet.
Wherever you want.
How about the book cafe? Get some coffee. Ethan.
Sheridan, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. She didn't mean to hurt you.
No,
You know that.
Of course not.
You're her best friend. She loves you. I'm sorry.
Look, I know that. You don't need to explain that to me. And me, of all people, I know what it feels like to have all your hopes and dreams of having a baby be destroyed. I mean, it's unbearable.
I don't want to leave her. But the doctor says that I should just leave. I should just leave her alone.
All right, well, you know what? You're coming with us then, because you should not be alone at a time like this. Okay? Little girl. My little girl needs her mommy.
What is it, Mother? I know you adored Sheridan when she was a little girl.
I told you, Julian, I still do. I love both you and Sheridan with all my heart.
Then why would you want to put her through this now?
It's because I love her. It's for her own good. It's for her own happiness.
You're still not making any sense.
I know that my leaving you all those years ago caused you and Sheridan so much pain, confusion. Thank God you were old enough to be able to withstand it a little bit better.
I still needed you in my life, but Sheridan missed you so much. You meant everything to her.
She still means everything to me. I just found out that Alistair is making her feel that she was responsible for my death.
Yes, he did in the cruelest possible way. I should have protected him more. I know I promised you I would, but...
Oh, Julian, darling, no. You were just a teenager. You were more boy than man, even though I know that you felt very grown up. No, don't blame yourself for my mistakes. I don't know, Julian, if I'll ever forgive myself for leaving the two of you with your monster of a father.
I still don't understand why you want Sheridan to hate you so much.
Because this is the first time in your sister's life that she has a chance for happiness with Luis.
Well, yes, they love each other very much.
Their wedding was interrupted yet again because of Martin and me. I don't want anything to stand in the way of their marriage or their future.
Well, why should it? They'll reschedule the wedding, and what does that have to do with you being Sheridan's mother?
Everything. My very existence could break up Louise and Sheridan.
Whitney, what's the matter? It was just a suggestion, you know, that we name the baby after his dad if he's a boy. Hey, Whitney, come on. I mean, don't worry. I'm not suggesting that we name the baby Fox, you know? I'm talking about my real first name, Nicholas. Remember Nicholas Foxworth Crane? Nick's not so bad, right? I was actually thinking about using it in boarding school, but I kind of like the idea of being the only Fox around. So, what do you think, huh? What do you think, little tyke? How do you feel about being named after your old man?
Okay, can we not do this?
What? What'd I do?
I just think we're rushing into things. You know, like you said, I don't even know the sex of the baby yet, so I don't think I'm ready to start with all this baby name stuff. You know what I mean? If you could just take that away, that would be really great.
Yeah, it's gone. It's just, you know, I don't know. I thought it might be fun.
Look, I'm sorry. You know, it's just that I have a lot on my mind right now, if you haven't noticed.
No, I have noticed that, actually, and that's why I wanted to do this, you know, get your mind off the bad stuff and focus on this beautiful thing that's happening to us. Whitney, we're having a baby.
All I do is think about the baby, Fox. Excuse me.
No, that wasn't my intention, you know.
Hey, you okay, Whitney? It's freezing, huh?
Yeah.
Why don't get you two some coffee, give you some time alone.
Thank
Thanks.
you.
Sheridan, I can't even imagine the depth of Gwen's pain to have snapped on her best and oldest friend like that. I'm so sorry.
Ethan, losing a child is just one of the most unimaginably horrifying things that can ever happen to a woman. I mean, it not only breaks your heart, but it breaks your spirit, and I don't think I'll ever get over losing my baby. I have to be honest with you, Ethan. I still think about my baby every day. I still hope for a miracle. You know, every night I pray that someday, somehow, I'll just get to hold my baby again in my arms.
Which is why I can't let you spend any time with Marty. The more you're around him, the better chance that you'll find out he's your lost son.
You are my passion for life.
Everything's fine.
What doesn't look like it? You okay, Whitney?
Fox, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I snapped at you the way I did. You've been so good to me. I am the one who has the problem. I'm sorry.
Well, you want to talk about it?
If she wants to talk about it, she'll talk to me about it, you know.
If the two of you could not argue, that would be really great.
Fair enough. God, you don't have to apologize to me, okay? I mean, I know you've been through the mill lately with your mom being arrested and finding out that Teresa's paralyzed. So.
Anybody would have a hard time handling it.
But it's something else, right? I mean, there's something that you're not telling me. But you can tell me anything, you know that, right?
Wait, come here, honey. Oh, hi. Listen, Mommy has a big surprise for you, okay? Come on, let's go see. Come on. Hi, look who's here.
Hey, little Marty. Bud, I didn't even know you were here.
Oh, listen, honey, I want you to go pick out one more book, and then we'll take it home and read it before we go to bed tonight, okay? Okay, come on. That's a good boy. That's a good boy.
Oh, so, Luis, you and Sheridan must be very disappointed about your wedding being postponed and all.
Yeah, we are. Right now, it's actually the least of our concerns.
Oh, why?
Gwen attacked Sheridan at the jailhouse. Yeah, tried to kill her.
Oh my God, I can't believe it. Look at the marks on her neck.
Yeah.
She must be a wreck.
Yeah, she is, but she seems to understand what Gwen's going through right now. You know, losing a baby and all. Hey! There you are. What you doing?
Oh, honey, I can't read to you right now, but I promise I will tonight, okay? Your son's turning into quite the little bookworm.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, if you're too busy, why don't I just have Sheridan do it? You know, she'd love it. It'd take her mind off everything that's happened with Gwen.
I don't think so, with those marks on her neck. This might scare him.
Yeah, maybe you're right.
But you could read to him. I know he'd love that.
All right.
Yeah.
She's talking to Ethan anyway.
Come on.
What do you say? Huh?
Okay, come on. Table 2, coffee.
Yeah. Let's see what Mr. Frog and Mr. Toad are up to.
Thank you. What are you looking? Oh,
You okay?
yeah. You know, I love to see Luis with his son. It does hurt. It does remind me of the child that we lost. He or she would be about the exact same age right now.
Yeah, look, I know you've always felt extra close to Marty.
Yeah, probably a little too close. You know, sometimes I fantasize that he's mine. I know that idea is crazy. I mean, the idea only creeps into my head because of how hard it was for me to lose my own child. But, you know, those feelings are still so strong.
You do know that that's Beth's son. It's not yours, you know that, right?
Rationally, of course. In my heart, it's just a different story. Don't worry, Ethan. I'm not gonna flip out again.
I'm worried about that. Hey, someday, very soon, hopefully, you and Luis will be able to have another child, you know?
Yeah, I hope so too. I still can't help but, you know, hope and pray for that miracle that someday Luis's and my baby will come back from the dead. He'll be found alive. I guess only lost mothers can come back from the dead, though.
It's true, Julian. My existence would break up Luis and Sheridan, and I don't want that.
That doesn't make any sense.
Well, it does if you understand how much Luis hates me.
But it wasn't your fault that Martin left his family.
Well, Luis would disagree with you. He's convinced that his father left his mother to be with me. He blames me for all the struggles the family went through over all the years, the least of which is his mother's heartbreak, and I can't say that I blame him.
But you know, Luis loves Sheridan. He won't stand in the way of a relationship between the two of you.
No, he won't have to say a word. Sheridan will just feel the pressure in her loyalty to her future husband or to me, her mother. And that's why I have to leave Harmony as soon as possible.
Please, no.
Darling, listen, it's not because I want to. I'm not saying I want to. Thank God that I've had some time, even a little time with you and Sheridan. And I know it's very hard to understand, but trust me, it's for the best. And actually, I'm very glad that Sheridan doesn't like me because it makes it easier to go.
No. But if I talk to Sheridan and I make her understand why you did what you...
No, Julian, I don't want you to soften her feelings for me. It could destroy this wonderful opportunity she has for a secure happiness with Luis. And I won't do it. I won't.
Tell me. Tell me why you walked out on me and the children. I've gone over that night in my mind 10,000 times. I have racked my brain looking for a clue, a hint, something that would explain to me how you could do something so wrong, so hurtful. I kept looking back over everything, looking for something, a little clue that would explain to me, so that I wouldn't be so shocked and confused when it happened. I know that you were under a lot of pressure back then at Crane Industries. In the days and weeks before you disappeared, I could sense that something was troubling you. I remember one night in particular when you came home really late and your shoes were covered with mud.
May God forgive me for this.
You told me you were tired, that Alistair was in a terrible mood and had made you work late. And I believed you, because I had never known you to lie. Never, in a million years, never would I suspect that you were involved with another woman, much less your employer's wife. God, what a fool I was. I never saw any of the signs. There was no lipstick on your shirt collar, no unfamiliar perfume on your clothes. Just that one night with the mud on your shoes. That night, oh, it stands out so clearly in my mind. And now I know something was wrong. You lied to me back then, didn't you? What were you keeping from me then? What are you keeping from me now? Martin, what are you thinking? Answer me.
I need to get out of here. I need some air.
No, you're not walking out on me again. No, Martin.
How can you stand this? I mean, it must be killing you not to be able to reconcile with her.
It's better than the alternative.
All right, even if she needs you. Miss Sheridan is strong in some ways, but she's very vulnerable in others. Her entire life, she's desperately craved a mother's love. She's mourned your loss every day.
Luis's love will see her through. He's the best thing that ever happened to her.
Yes, he is, but he can't take your place in Sheridan's heart.
Oh, Julian, don't make this any harder than it already is, please.
I can't believe the sacrifice you're making.
If there were any other way.
I don't want you to leave Harmony. I just found you. Isn't there a way you can stay?
I can't. The cost would be too great to Sheridan. Julian, I can't tell you how much your understanding and forgiveness means to me. I can't believe that you even find it in your heart to still care for me.
You're my mother. I love you, and I, more than anyone, know what a bastard father is. I remember his cruelty to you. I can only guess at the rest of the hell he put you through. And Sheridan will understand the same. No, but give her a chance. Give her a chance to make peace with you and hold on to her relationship with Louise.
I can't. It's better that my daughter hates me than to force her to choose between Louise and her mother. I've made up my mind, Julian. I hope you'll understand.
So what is it?
It's nothing. Nothing else is bothering me. I mean, look, isn't that enough? My mother, my baby's grandmother, has been arrested for trying to murder Aunt Liz.
I don't believe for a minute that she's guilty of poisoning Liz. Our mother would never try to kill anybody, would he?
A few months ago, I would have said the same thing, but now I've realized what our mother is really capable of, Chad. I'm sorry, excuse me.
I'm worried about her. I'm not buying that this is all about Teresa and her mother.
How much more of this can I subject us to? How much longer can I keep the secret that Fox isn't really the father of my baby? Chad is.
Another adventure from Mr. Frog and the old Toad.
Yay. Honey, why don't you go put that book away, and then we'll read another one when we get home tonight, okay?
All right.
There you go.
All right.
Yeah.
He's good. It's hard for me to believe that he's mine. Oh, you're a wonderful mother.
I just love him.
Yeah, that's obvious, but that doesn't always make someone a good parent, you know.
Speaking of parents, what's the story with Sheridan's mother? How's she dealing with the news that her mother's been alive all these years?
Well, as good as anyone can, you know, when they find out that they've been lied to most of their lives.
Yeah, but she must be so excited, finding out that her mother didn't die, that she's right here in Harmony, well, with your father.
Yeah, thanks for reminding me.
Sorry. Wasn't thinking. I know you have real problems with your father. I just assumed that Sheridan would be overjoyed to be reunited with her mother.
It's just not that simple, you know? Not after everything the two of them have done to their families.
Yeah. Could I be so stupid? I mean, Sheridan must despise her mother for what she did to all of you. Of course she would hate her mother as much as you do because, well, she loves you more than life itself. You know, it was such a shock to find out that Mrs. Wheeler is really my mother.
Yeah, something like finding out my father was Sam Bennett.
I just don't know what to do with all these feelings. You know, I've missed her so much all these years. I even blamed myself for her death.
I know, I remember hearing about the nightmares and then the sleepwalking.
Yeah, that's why Father sent me away to all those boarding schools and clinics. And then to find out after all this time of blaming myself for her death, she's been alive and living well in Mexico with Luis's father. I just don't know what to do with all these emotions.
I wouldn't either.
I mean, how could she just walk out on Julian and me without a word?
She must have had her reasons, you know?
Luis says that there's no excuse to justify her actions. And he hates her, and he feels that I should feel the same way.
Wait. I mean, he actually said that?
Well, yeah, more than once. I couldn't stand it if he felt that I was taking her side over his.
It shouldn't have to be that way. You know, no matter what this woman's done.
I can't talk to her ever again, all right? That's all there is to it.
Look, I can't tell you what to do, of course. But I want you to know if I've learned one thing from this whole thing with Gwen and her suffering, it's that bond between mother and child. It is important. It's so important. And Catherine Crane, no matter what she's done, she's still your mother. Nothing's ever going to change that.
Now that one bought a ride on the buggy to the funny farm.
Yeah, and it wasn't a round-trip ticket. Wherever she is now, doesn't look like she's coming back.
But it's true, you know. My marriage to Rebecca, I should never have allowed it to happen. Eve Russell's my heart.
You're so different from your father, Julian. I'm so proud of you.
Well, I'm afraid you wouldn't have been. Not so long ago. For years, I was very much like Father.
You told me about that little friend of yours who changed your life.
It was Timmy and Eve. They made me realize I was going down the wrong road. Eve has saved me in so many ways. I only wish I could save her.
I'm so sorry. You must be so worried about her.
Yes, I know she'd never try to kill anyone. Well, look, if you want Whitney, Fox, Chad.
Dad?
I'm sure you've all heard the big news.
Yeah. So, does this mean we get to call you Grandma? That's the...
Whatever feels right for you, Fox. Oh.
Oh, hey.
Chad.
What is it, Martin? You look tormented.
No, it's just my head. You know, I'm still dizzy.
I'm sorry I hit you.
Don't ever apologize to me. I deserve that and more. You're a good woman, Pilar. You always were.
And what about you, Martin? You used to be a good man. At least you were when I married you. I've been wrong about a lot of things in my life. But I find it impossible to believe that I could have been so deceived by you. You did love me when we got married, right?
With all my heart.
Because I couldn't accept it if our marriage had been a lie from the beginning.
It wasn't. Not at all. I loved you then. Maybe you can't believe this. I still love you now.
Well, I don't know what I was thinking. Sheridan would never take sides with her mother against you. She loves you way too much to ever betray you that way.
Right?
When you think about what her mother's actions did to Pilar, to you kids growing up, my God, you were barely scraping by getting enough food on the table because Martin just left you high and dry.
Yeah, and I'll never forgive him for that.
I wouldn't either. I don't know who I blame more, your father or Sheridan's mother. I mean, they acted with selfish disregard for the people who needed and depended on them most. No wonder they were attracted to one another.
Yeah, well, she said that they weren't lovers till long after they left.
Oh, please. As if anyone would believe that.
Right? Now, come on. What kind of a bunch of fools do they think we are? Anyway, Sheridan doesn't want anything to do with her mother just as much as I don't want to have anything to do with Martin Fitzgerald.
Of course. I can't imagine any woman not sticking with you through thick and thin, even if it means rejecting her mother's.
You know, I have the warmest memories of my mother. She was so kind and gentle with me as a child.
She loved you with all her heart.
And why did she leave me the way that she did?
I don't know. I can't answer that. All I know is what I've learned from you, from Teresa, from Gwen. It's that bond with mother and child. It's the most unbreakable thing there is.
Yeah, but I can't forgive her, Ethan.
Why? Because of Luis?
Luis is my life. I would never do anything to risk losing him.
Well, Sheridan, it sounds to me you're afraid of your mother coming between the two of you.
Of course not. I mean, come on, that's ridiculous.
And I hear that I have a great-grandchild on the way as well.
Yeah.
I can only imagine how excited you and Fox are.
Yeah, we're counting the days, right?
Right.
You know, I'm really sorry, Whitney, that this isn't a happier time for you. You must be terribly worried about your mother.
Oh, actually, I don't give a damn about her.
You don't mean that?
Yeah, I do. After everything my mother's done to me, she can rot in jail forever, for all I care. Excuse me.
If what you're saying is true, if your feelings for me are genuine, then tell me the whole reason why I lost my husband, why my children lost their father. Tell me why I have spent the last 20 years going to bed by myself and waking up alone. Please tell me why I have cried myself to sleep because there was no one to hold me, to make love to me, to laugh with me. Please make me understand how you could betray our marriage vows.
Don't do this. Please.
You know why I lit that candle for you? You know why, Martin? Because deep in my heart, in my soul, I knew that if you were alive, you would come home to me someday. And on that day, you would tell me how much you loved me, how much you still loved me, that you loved me so much, that you had remained true to me as I had you. You know that's why I was willing to put up with the struggles, because I believed in us. I believed in you. Never did it cross my mind that you were alive and living with another woman, that you were in her bed instead of mine. There is no crueler betrayal to a woman.
You don't understand.
Then make me understand. Help me understand. Don't just stand there and withhold the truth from me. You owe me the words. You owe me the reason why you left Harmony with my heart in your hands. You owe me that. Tell me, please.
How much longer can I keep the truth about my baby's father a secret?
I'm just afraid that if we don't get married now, we'll never get married at all.
I want you to move on with your life. Please, sign the divorce papers.
Guard! Guard, help me! My sister's trying to kill me again!
Tonight, Scrubs is moving to its new time at 9/8 Central with new episodes and new surprises. Then what do you do when you've got TV's newest hit comedy?
Maybe we should just have sex.
I think she's talking to you.
Scrubs and Committed, all new comedy, NBC tonight.
Then, a murder with twin suspects, but it's the ending that's a killer.
They came up with a perfect crime.
All new Law & Order SVU, NBC tonight.